Hello and welcome to the Real Radio Show on UCFM 87.8, coming to you from the University of Canberra on Ngunnawal land. I'm AJ.
I'm Alison.
I'm James.
And I'm Tia. It's our last show, guys. How are we feeling?
Feeling sad.
Oh,
feeling
guys.
happy. Feeling accomplished.
How many shows have we had?
We've had 14.
14 shows.
14
Yeah.
weeks of shows. Actually, it would have been 15 because we had a little bit of a break.
We had a little
there, didn't
trial run as
So
well.
true, yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's been 4 months of the Real Radio Show.
4
since
months,
its conception.
the happiest time of my life. It has been. I had a lot of fun.
I've had
Absolutely.
so much fun.
It was good. I loved our first dry run, AJ, that we did. That was when we did that and it didn't go to air, I was like, I'm sort of sad that no one gets to hear this because this was actually pretty good.
It was tricky. It was tricky. I'll tell you that. Because it was sad, but it was tricky because I had never been. Number one, I've never hosted with you, which was such an interesting experience because you're so fun to host with. I just was so awkward.
Stop it.
You know.
Keep them coming,
Everyone,
actually.
yeah. Tia, Alison, any praises?
Well, I wasn't there.
She was there in spirit. She was there in spirit.
No, but it's so cool. We were basically kind of strangers. Like, we'd never done anything, the four of us together, and then we were just thrown together out of kind of chance. And
Here we
made
are.
it 14 weeks later.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Well, this is the final show of 2025 and, of course, our final show as hosts. But we're finishing big. We got some big names in. We were emailing out. The inboxes were going off. I chatted with the one, the only Triple J Drive Show host, Abby Butler.
Very cool. And Alison and I got the opportunity to speak to actor, playwright, and LGBTQIA advocate and Canberra legend, Liv Hewson.
Yeah, that was very awesome. So stay tuned. Stick around.
Yes, we'll hear about them later in the show.
And Alison and I took a trip down memory lane, re-listening to some old episodes to put together a little quiz.
I'm very
for you to
excited.
play.
Guys, I was getting kind of emotional listening to them, but I was also laughing so much.
I'm jealous.
It'll be
I
a
can't
fun
wait.
times. It is just after 4 p.m. and currently 28 degrees here in Belconnen.
Wow.
It's a
It'd be
hot
funny
one.
to look back at all the different weathers we've said where it's like 17, 12, 28.
I think we've gone from single digits to like 2
I
degrees.
feel like we have,
And
yeah.
now we're almost at 30.
Oh,
so
man.
I'll
Well,
take it.
send us a message throughout the show, guys. Let us know. Is it super hot? 0415 774 405. Stay up to date with us and everything UCFM by following at UCFM_87.8. And if you're not already, tune in on iHeartRadio to listen to UCFM wherever you are. Guys.
Should we do it all together?
All right.
Yes. Here we go. This
is
is
the
the
Real
Real
Radio
Radio
Show.
Show.
Oh, guys, that actually made me emotional.
Okay, we've got to pull ourselves together. We've got a whole show left.
Whole show, yes. Okay, well, guys, if you at home have been a long-time listener, you know that we love a good food review here on the Real Radio Show. We've had a lot of them, haven't we?
We've
We
had
have.
a lot. And if you stay tuned for later on, you may be asked a question about this.
Ooh, I'm going to have to start thinking
Teaser.
back.
Okay, let's keep rethinking. But before we do that, obviously to celebrate the final show of the season, we have cake, guys. We have cake. I walked into the studio. Alison was like, "I have a cake," and then Rachel was like, "I also have a cake."
Okay, I'm really glad because I was like, okay, I've got to get to the shops and get a cake. And I was too busy to get there. But we could have had 3 cakes.
Could have had
So
5 cakes if we all committed.
if we
to
all
it.
had planned schedules. But alas.
Well, but it isn't any cake, guys. It's not just any cake. It's mud cake, guys.
It's one of the greatest cakes
Yes.
in
I'm
I'm
Australia.
sitting right next to it. I feel like I need to like make eye contact with this cake.
But not just any mud cake, guys. Coles and Woolies mud cake, a very big staple for all of my birthdays in primary school. I'd go there. I'd be like, guys, it's my birthday. Here's my cake.
Please eat it. Please.
Yes, there we go. So what is the best one, guys? That's my question of the day. What is better, the Coles or the Woolies chocolate mud cake? Because we actually have 2 here. We have 2.
Is one of them Coles and one of them Woolies?
That's the
Correct.
Coles one right next to you. And
Okay.
then
They are
each has
both
the-
chocolate, though. Are we all saying that chocolate is the best
Yes.
of the mud
Yeah,
cakes? We're just-
obviously.
Well,
Yeah.
what are the other options?
well, there's
caramel.
caramel, vanilla
I
one.
can't lie, guys. Caramel gives the chocolate a run for its money.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm
I
very
like the
serious.
white
I'm with
chocolate
you.
one a lot.
Mm.
Yeah.
What are we doing, guys? What are we doing?
But no, this one is good. That's why I bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell the difference between the Coles and Woolies ones? Because
I've got to be honest, I have not had a lot of Coles or Woolies cakes. Like, I could not tell you which I think is better. I think because I was overseas in Singapore for like the primary school cake days.
Oh.
Like we didn't have it. We all this is so like embarrassing to say. We all brought in Krispy Kreme donuts, like a whole pack of them.
How is that embarrassing?
No, that's
Because that's
fire.
so like fancy, and it's like as opposed to these Coles and Woolies mud cake. But now I've gotten to the point where everyone's like, you have to have a favorite, and I'm like, I don't like that cake.
I don't know how many Woolworths mud cakes I've tried. This may be my first one
Ooh.
today.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, for reference, I bought in the Coles mud cake.
What about you, James?
I think I've only had the Coles one as well. I've been a Coles guy like most of my life. That was
Me
the
too.
local shops, and now that I've moved away from a Coles, I have to go to Woolies.
Is it disorientating? Because every time I go into a Woolies, and I'm not a Woolies girl, I'm like, where is everything? Where is the bananas?
I'm-
Like it's
I'm
awful. Whereas Coles,
constantly.
I know where everything is.
I just have to quickly say that, Tia, you're wearing a red shirt to my right, and James is wearing a green shirt. I feel like I'm right in the middle, right where I need to be.
Okay, well, low-key, I'm in enemy territory because I'm a Woolies diva. That was my local. That was my local, guys. That was my local. I'd get the cake, go to school. You know. So I'm gonna say the Woolies one is better, but we might find out later on that it
We'll
isn't.
have to give an update. We'll
We
see.
will.
Yeah.
Honest taste test on the show.
Yeah. So I'm hearing
potentially.
three Coles versus one Woolies.
No,
Well,
Tia's
I'm a
Krispy
neither.
Kreme.
I'm a cold, yeah.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, cold storage, guys. It's the Singapore supermarket.
Oh my gosh. Well, definitely let us know, guys, at home. Text us on our text line 0415 774405. Let us know which one is better, and let me know
Krispy
that I'm
Kreme.
right.
Text in for the Krispy Kreme girls. Let me know I'm not the only one. I don't know about you all, but I quite enjoy when I'm in the car tuning into Triple J, listening to what the song is. I feel like that's where I get my cool song recommendations from. I'm like, what's Triple J playing? This is how I've got to be like.
Triple
my cool
J's
thing.
your Discover Weekly.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. And I
I'd like to say
also.
not as cool as UCF.
Yeah,
That's so true.
What are you doing? You're advertising the
guys.
wrong channel.
You're cheating on us.
I'm so sorry, UCFM. I love UCFM with all my heart and soul. But yes, I also love listening to the hosts as well, because that's the thing. I can't listen to our show when I'm in the car, guys, so I have to listen to something
That's
else.
so true.
So I don't know. What do you guys think? Listening to radio show hosts, it's pretty fun, right?
It is. I like listening to our show, but I also do like listening. I've been following Triple J for all my life. You know, Canberra, Australia. Love it. They've changed hosts a bunch, haven't they?
They do. Well, our next guest may sound familiar to those who love Triple J. Drive show host Abby Butler joined me for a chat the other day, and we spoke all things from musicians to the shoe store to radio host pipeline. That's a bit confusing there, but you're going to have to follow along to see what that means. I thought we should start right at the beginning and hear how she's ended up at Triple J. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today, Abby. We're so happy to have you.
Oh, it is so lovely to be here. Thank you so much, Tia.
Let's go back to the beginning. I suppose, when did you start working in radio?
The first time I ever got behind a radio mic, well, I should say the first time I walked into a radio station was in my first year of uni. So this would have been 2017. I had moved to Sydney from Newcastle, and I basically just needed an avenue to make friends and to meet people. I had moved to a new town, and I wanted to expand my horizons a little bit. So I applied to be a volunteer at FBI Radio, which is in Redfern. It's a brilliant community radio station. And I was kind of hesitant to do so. I remember so vividly thinking, like, I'm not cool enough. Like, I don't have the knowledge. I don't know. Like, I loved radio. I loved Triple J. I loved listening to FBI, but I was like, God, all these presenters, like, the way that they talk about music and the way that they're able to like explain it and describe it, and it's so like there was like an intellectual side to it that I thought was really cool, and I was like, it's like they're speaking a different language. I was really drawn to it, and so I got over the fear of being uncool, got to FBI, was a volunteer, was working on the front desk, and then there was an opportunity to apply to be a presenter, and I took that up. And so I was doing the night shifts, which was like a few times every month you would do, it was either like 12 to 4 or 4 to 8 a.m.
Ooh.
Something early. It was like 12 to 3 or 3 to 6. And then ever so often it was the full 12 to 6.
Oh, gosh.
Volunteer, of course.
Yeah.
But it was just like a dream. Like the first time you get behind a microphone and you have these, you can just say anything and you're in control of it. It's crazy. I fell in love with it, and I was like, this is what I want to do for sure. Working in radio, and particularly working in Triple J, was always like this pipe dream, this like glimmery thing that seemed really, really far away. And then I think when I started working at FBI, I was like, oh, this actually is closer than it than I ever thought it would be. Someone might put you behind a show, or you're filling in for something. You're like, oh, actually, I'm kind of good at this. And
Yeah.
that combination of loving it and like being good at it, I was like, it just like set me on.
Set you on that path. And then staying on that path, how did you then go from doing that and all that volunteer work to where you are now at Triple J? What was that like?
So it was towards the end of my degree. So I'd been at FBI for nearly 3 years. And by the end of that time, I was hosting the Sydney Music Show, which was once a week. And I was producing the breakfast show, which I also really loved. And I also, my actual job, what I was getting paid to do, was I worked at Channel 7 and I worked in social media.
Oh, wow.
Which came about really randomly. Yeah, so I had both of those kind of skills. And I did really like working in social media. And I found the corporate world kind of funny to be about, to be honest. It was always very entertaining. But a job came up at Triple J Unearthed, which is the platform that we have at Triple J to celebrate emerging artists, where independent artists can upload their music and upload their songs. And there was a job going for the community producer, which basically involved being the admin of the inbox and speaking to artists and making sure that all of their concerns were listened to. Looking after the socials as well was a big part of it. So I just applied, and I think my skills in both actual social media, like creation and content creation, which I'd been doing at Channel 7, and this like deep love of Triple J and like this real passion for Australian music, it just like came together perfectly. And yeah, it's crazy to like think back of all these little things that you're doing that end up being really pivotal to where you end up being. Like me working at Channel 7 and making tiles for like My Kitchen Rules and running the Twitter for Home and Away, like never thought that would get me to Triple J, but it was such an important part of it.
There we go. That was Abby from Triple J talking about her pipeline to how she's working there now. Something I've always found interesting is hearing what makes up a normal workday for people like Abby who get to do like such cool jobs. Because I'm like, what do you mean you interview like Maisie Peters in the afternoon? Like what is your day? Just casually. Like what's that like? So of course I had to hear what she had to say about that. Let's have a listen. What does, I suppose, a normal, if you have a normal day at work, look like for you?
So normally Tyrone and I will get to work, and our producer will get to work at around 11ish, depending on what we have in the day. People always wonder like what 11 till 3:30 when the show starts, what that actually involves. And a lot of it is honestly getting the nuts and bolts of what the show is going to look like for that day, getting that down pat, because we'll get on our computers, we'll look at like what's happening at the news that day, but we'll also just have a chat about what happened last night. We were at dinner, this funny story came up. Oh, I actually have a funny story like that. That takes a lot longer kind of fleshing that out than one might think. And then we'll sometimes have meetings with our managers or with the social teams. We'll do pre-recorded interviews a lot of the times for international artists who can't do live stuff. And then, yeah, there's like a bit of time on the side to, whether it's review stuff on Triple J Unearthed, or we try and at least dedicate a bit of the day to going outside and actually talking to one another, especially Tyrone and I, because I remember a former manager of ours said that when we're on air, we're basically trying to like sell our friendship in an essence. Like you want people to like really believe that you are friends, and Ty is one of truly my best friends. So it's not a difficult thing, but it is still really important that during the day we actually have time to like connect and get, see where one another is at, and to, you never know when like a random, thought will pop up, or a random like funny joke that you share will become like content for that afternoon show. So that normally gets us to 3:30, and then we're on air 3:30 to 5:30. We have break for hack. We come back at 6, do it till 7, and yeah, I'm paneling. Ty's on the other side of the desk, and it's always really funny. Whatever we've gone through that day, as soon as it hits 3:30, it's like that all goes out the window, and we just have the best time. Like it's the best part of the day.
It sounds like it's certainly a fun job, something that you'd look forward to doing instead of sort of going, oh, I have to go to work. It's like, yeah, I get to go to this super cool thing.
Yeah, and I've had those jobs where you dread every day. Like I worked at a shoe shop for a while. I worked in a supermarket, even just working in like the corporate world where just you don't know what you're getting into, and you don't know what the day is going to be, and you're dealing with people who maybe aren't having the best time. But yeah, I've definitely had those jobs, and so every day, even if it is a bit of a, every job has their bad days and their days that aren't so ideal, but even on those days I go, look, I've got it pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
very, very grateful.
Yeah. And just speaking again about Tyrone, how did you go about establishing that dynamic that we hear on air between the two of you?
Yeah, it's a funny one. It kind of happened very spontaneously where we found out that Triple J would have the media, like radio rights for the Mardi Gras, Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras Festival. And it was on Hottest 100 day, and we must have been scheming, or we feeling pretty buzzy after maybe a few drinks in the office celebrating the Hottest 100. And we schemed this plan where we were like, what if it's us that hosts the Mardi Gras? And it was so random. Like, it was this real, like, what if, like, wouldn't that be so crazy? And so we went over to our boss and kind of jokingly were like, what if we did this? She was like, okay, sure. And we were like, oh my God, we had never done radio together before that. We'd only presented separately. Ty was doing Soul Control, which was like the neo soul jazz, like music show. I was doing stuff at Unearthed still and like filling in whenever. And so we did the Mardi Gras show, and I just remember the moment that we got on the mic. I remember this feeling of like, no matter where I go, no matter what I say, he's there to catch me. And everything that I would throw at him, he would catch and like throw back. And we just had so much fun doing it. And initially I was like, oh, that's just what doing radio with another person is like. And that's actually not the case. I've come to learn it is pretty like unique to just have that like real comfort with someone. So yeah, then we as a duo would fill in whenever Hopper and Hing at the time or the breakfast team were sick or needed to fill in. We would be this kind of substitute duo. And then we started having an inkling that Hopper and Hing were going to leave. And at first we didn't even consider the fact that we would be, in the running to replace them. And as it got closer and closer, we looked around and we were like, oh my God, we might be asked. And I remember we were asked separately, but on the same day. So I was asked first if I want to do it. And Ty was running late that day. So he was asked like the next hour, and I just had to like keep it to myself. And yeah, it's been now just over 2 years doing it together.
There we go. That's Abby Butler talking about how she and Tyrone got the gig hosting the afternoon drive show. Kind of cool.
2 years, man.
2 years of it, I know.
When is it going to be out? 2 years?
Well, we did as much as we could, I feel.
We did.
But
we'll be there in spirit for the next years to come.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be the regular listeners, guys.
Abby
in.
sold me on doing it as a full-time job, saying she
Yeah,
gets to
right?
work at 11. That sounds great.
I know. It's great. I'd love to do that.
Speaking of Canberra and speaking of songs, did you know the song that we played earlier in the show, I'm Just a Girl? That one was covered by Florence the Machine for the hit thriller series Yellow Jackets. I don't know if you guys knew that, but you guys may have heard of the show and its bone-chilling storyline about a girls' soccer team crashing in the Ontario wilderness where they struggle to survive as their sanity slowly slips away. Ooh, look at that alliteration.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Very Halloween.
I know, very right on time.
Yeah, I just watched the trailer and I'm kind of scared. Like, I don't think
Be
I could watch a
afraid.
full episode.
Well, did you know that one of the cast members from Yellow Jackets is a Canberra local? We had the awesome opportunity to chat to the one and only Liv Hewson about their experience working on the show and their experience coming into the early career as an actor.
So, over the phone, we have a very exciting guest, Liv Hewson, actor, playwright, LGBTQIA plus advocate, Canberra legend.
Yes.
You're here with us over the phone. Liv, welcome to the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Hi.
Now, okay, let's get it like right into it. A couple of weeks ago, we chatted with some of the cast members of Canberra Youth Theatre. We found out you're making a personal donation of $100,000 over the next 5 years to the company. What was your experience like at Canberra Youth Theatre, and how did it shape you into the actor you are today?
Well, part of the reason that I wanted to lend some ongoing financial support to Canberra Youth Theatre is that it is where I learned how to be an actor at all. I didn't go to university. I didn't go to drama school. I started engaging with Canberra Youth Theatre's programming when I was 14, and then I was involved in some capacity or another until I was 19, and then I went straight into working professionally. Like, the skill set that I have, I can really almost completely attribute to my experience with youth arts programming and with Canberra Youth Theatre in particular. So hearing from them in the lead up to 2025 that they were going to have to start scaling back their programming because of financial limitations, it just really struck me that I am in a position to do something about that. And it feels only right to, because I have benefited so much from programming like that. And it's important to me that programming like that continues to be available and accessible.
For sure, definitely. And I think that Canberra is like, it's quite a small place for theatre, I feel. I haven't really seen many companies like Canberra Youth Theatre around. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's so important to keep those funded and keep them alive, because otherwise we wouldn't have people like you out there in the world making it big.
That's part of it. And also, like, a healthy, thriving arts culture in a city is something that I think is easy to take for granted. Like, it's about, you know, training people up and giving people the tools that they need to go out into the world and make the art that they want to make. Absolutely. But it's also to the benefit of everyone. It only, like, enriches Canberra as a place and, like, enriches the community in general. Like, it's just such a no-brainer for me. Everybody benefits when an organization like that is around.
And speaking of like the youth theatre and getting young people involved, what's some advice that you would give to anyone that's trying to get their foot in the door, or even just trying to get into acting in the first place?
Try to have fun with it, I think, when you're young and hustling and figuring out what you want to do. I think people can stress themselves out really easily. So I would just make sure you're enjoying yourself, like really try and connect to what it is that you like about doing it and about making things. And then make as many things as possible, like at whatever scale you can. I know everybody really says this, but it's true. If you want to write something, if you want to like act, you can start on your own. The thing that you want to be doing, start doing it, and then people will realize that you can, you know?
I totally agree. And I think that if you don't get started, then you won't go anywhere with it, for sure. Good advice.
Good
Liv.
advice.
Good advice. Isn't that
Great
right,
advice.
guys? Well, if you're just joining us, we're currently listening to me and Alison speaking to Liv Hewson. And you would have heard there that we did chat to some members of,
Canberra Youth Theatre.
Yeah, Canberra Youth Theatre.
Yes.
For
Sterling and Emmy, shout out.
Exactly. What was the show, guys?
It was work, but this time like you mean it, because they were going to
Exactly.
Sydney and they finished their Sydney run, and I believe it went really well. Fun little fact.
Hey, there we go. Thanks to the funding of Liv Hewson and a lot of other people getting in there supporting local arts. It's so wonderful to see people like Liv supporting companies like CYT as well. And you can listen to that interview that we had with CYT on our website. That's ucfm.com.au. But guys, stay with us. Stay with us. We asked Liv a little bit more about their experience with Hollywood and working on Yellow Jackets. From your beginnings at CYT, you've now had the opportunity to star across from some really amazing actors. I mean, Drew Barrymore from Santa Clarita Diet is one that comes to mind for me. And obviously your co-stars in Yellow Jackets and so many more. What is one of the most important lessons or bits of advice that you've learned from working with such talented people around you?
Oh, that's a lovely question. I love watching other people work. I mean, acting is collaborative, and like filmmaking and theatre making is collaborative. So my favorite part is watching how other people carry themselves, watching what they do, watching how they manage it, how they do it. And I'm so lucky that I've been able to learn from and observe incredible actors like that, and I think that's a real gift, and like the variety is so fun. Watching how everybody does their thing is just like an ongoing delight for me.
For sure. Watching all the people around you, you totally learn from everyone around you, for sure, because you get to see all the little quirks in everyone, you see how they work, and then you react with the way that they act. It's so much fun. I totally get it. And so cool. Obviously I'm not an actor now,
We are
these
not
days.
actors.
But I mean,
Yes.
even like
Yes.
in terms of like entertainment radio, things like that as well, you just learn the way that people work and the way that you can
Yes.
interact with them. It's so much fun. So much
So
fun.
Yeah,
much.
it's cool. It's really cool.
You know, you're a Hollywood actor and you're on these big sets and doing such cool work. Is there anything that sort of shocked you or surprised you about the day-to-day life of an actor?
That's so funny. What did? I don't know. I don't know that I got industry culture shock so much, because I sort of accidentally did it backwards. Like I went over to the States pretty young. I was 20. So the culture shock as it was more about like being in a completely new place. Period. I just remember feeling like, oh, it's a bit like a parallel universe. Like there are some sort of like post-colonial similarities between these two places, but it's like in a sci-fi, you'll find characters in a different universe where everything is the same except the sky is pink. You know, it felt a bit like that. I'm like, okay, things are pretty similar, but it's different.
Yeah, something's fishy, something's weird's going on here.
So I remember that feeling more than anything else.
Do you have a big shock with the US in general?
I gotta say, at the time, I didn't really think about it. I think, especially when you're young and when you're ambitious, or when there's something that you really are going after, at least for me, I didn't stop and think about the enormity of moving or the scale of what I was doing. It just all felt very simple for me. I was like, well, I will follow the opportunities as they open up in front of me, and I'll like make sure that I'm making the most of whatever I'm able to do moment to moment to moment. And then it was only a few years later in my mid to later 20s where I sort of looked behind me and I went, sorry, that's insane.
Yeah, like, holy shit, what just happened?
Exactly.
I feel like it's so rare for young people to be able to be like, let's just go with the flow. I feel like I know so many people who are like, let me plan out my life so
Let me get like the next
meticulously.
3 decades sorted.
I know.
That won't work.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
not to say that you shouldn't make long-term plans. That's certainly not what I'm saying. But you got to give yourself some room to be surprised, because like just the nature of being alive is that everything won't turn out exactly how you planned. Some things will, but some things will really surprise you, and that's almost the best bit, I think.
Speaking of surprising and big things, it was recently announced that Yellow Jackets was coming back for its 4th and final season. Devo, how do you feel about the show's overwhelming success over the past couple of years, and what can fans expect from you moving on from the show in the future?
The enormity of it, of people's reaction to the show and what its reception has been like over the years that we've been making it. I'm sort of only just now knowing that we're going back for the final one, like beginning to turn that over in my mind and take it in. I'm incredibly grateful. I've always been incredibly grateful for the warmth that we've received from people who've always understood and had a lot of love for the show. And I'm always going to be grateful for that. And I'm always going to be grateful for the job. I mean, the character that I play on that show is so personally important to me. And I remember auditioning for the pilot in 2019, if you can believe it. And I remember thinking, if I'm not in this, I can't wait to see it. I'm a fan of the show as well. I'm really glad that we know we are going in with one more run around the track. I'm glad that we get to feel present in making the final season of it, and that we get to sort of like grab each other and go, this has been amazing. Let's go out with a bang. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to making it and showing it to people.
Do you get quite sentimental? I would be like, this is my last time walking onto set.
It's like the final day of like high school. You walk in, you're like, this was my year 7 look.
That's so funny. My final day of high school, I was like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, see you guys.
Like, I'm going to Hollywood.
I think probably every day on season 4, there's going to be one of us being like, this is the last third Tuesday of this shoot.
Hold back the tears.
Oh my gosh. We see the final cut, it's like there are blotchiness spots on your face, you're crying.
I'm sure.
And what such great connections that you've made as well throughout the show. It's so lovely to see how everyone, all the castmates have gotten so close and everything as well.
Well, Yellow Jackets has absolutely boomed in popularity, and it has such a big audience that we know, but especially amongst LGBTQIA plus fans. And your character, Van, who is very personal to you, they're an openly queer character on the show. How important do you feel it is to represent and showcase these queer perspectives in TV and film and all kinds of media?
Oh, it's all I want to do with my life, you know. I really do feel that that's my job, you know, and obviously acting is my literal job, but that's so woven into it. For me, it's like an ongoing, urgent, personal and professional priority. So that's something else I'm really profoundly grateful for, is like the opportunity to build a character like this and to live out her queerness in the world of the show. And I feel such a personal connection to it. And that I will be very sentimental about going forward. But then going forward, like, that's my mission statement that I've sort of given myself. I think I will.
Yeah, we hope you will.
I hope you will, yes.
Well, that was Liv Hewson talking to AJ and I about Hollywood and working on the show Yellow Jackets. It was really awesome to see such brilliant talent emerging from the Canberra art scene. You know, we're a small city, but we're mighty when it comes to that.
Yeah, tell it, Alison.
I know. Liv isn't the only Canberran, though, to break into Hollywood. These are, I don't know if this is fact checked, but I heard through the grapevine and as a Dixon College alumni myself that Jackie Chan went to Dixon College for a stint.
What?
Okay,
Yes.
I can confirm that Jackie Chan has been in Canberra for some periods of time.
Isn't that why there's a mural of him at
I was
Dawson?
going to say that, yeah, there is.
Yes. I believe my mum was like, she was saying something about how she like was connected to his grandparents or his parents or something who lived here.
Sure.
Or something like that. I don't know. Anyway,
That's
I know his
crazy.
parents were here and they are buried here and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go, a little known Canberra fact.
I learn something every week on this show.
Truly.
We're an
Right.
educational.
Well, another one that I've heard is Alex O'Loughlin. I don't know if you guys know who this person is. They're a Hollywood actor from Canberra, and he's known for he played Commander Steve McGarrett on the remake of Hawaii Five-0.
Interesting. I've never heard of any.
You don't know
anything
Hawaii
that you just
5-0?
said. No.
You don't know Hawaii Five-0?
I know
I
the
don't know
name,
Hawaii
but-
Five-0. I've never heard of that in my
Well,
life.
Alex O'Loughlin is crying right now. Do you guys know
Sorry,
any more? Do we know
I
any
do.
more?
I've just googled her. Mia. Oh, it's a
That's
name.
who I was googling.
Yeah,
as well. I'm
Mia-
glad you're trying to say it.
Wazikowska. She was in Alice Through the Looking Glass,
Oh.
the like Tim Burton version of Alice in Wonderland. She's from Canberra.
I think I've
believe.
seen her out.
I think
She's pretty cool.
Hawker College.
Oh.
That's where she went.
Or Alice.
Yeah.
For Mia.
Oh,
For
Mia. Who
Mia
was
Wazikowska.
Alice through the Looking Glass at Hawker
She was also in Jane Eyre in 2011, so she's done some things.
Damn.
But
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
Liv Hewson is from Canberra College.
there
Fun
you
fact.
go.
Yeah.
Well, guys, let us know at home if you know any more. Don't dox them, please, but just let us know if you know any fun facts about Canberra actors. Send us a text, guys. What's the text number, guys? What's the text number?
Our text number is 0415 774405.
Well, stick around. We're back after this with more Liv Hewson talking about queer advocacy and representation.
Now, speaking of, advocacy and going through with continuing to portray queer characters and narratives, you've been an advocate for LGBTQIA plus rights for a while now, of course. You've been promoting queer voices on your podcast with Jasmine Savoy Brown.
Oh my god.
Yes, big fan. Speaking out against backlash towards trans and non-binary people after undergoing gender-affirming surgery. And you were even the recipient of the Human Rights Campaign Visibility Award, I believe, in 2020, which was really amazing to see as well. What has been your most memorable experience operating in queer advocacy spaces?
What has been my most memorable experience? It's interesting. I don't know that I'm yet thinking about it in those terms. I'm a very big picture person with stuff like this, I think. For me, it's just about actionability in the present. Like, what am I doing? What needs doing? Where are the stop gaps? Where's the danger? Like, what needs boosting? What needs to be said by me right now? And it just feels like in motion and I'm part of it. And particularly at the moment, we're living through a time that is like much more fractious and dangerous for queer and trans people than certainly I am comfortable with. It's like I'm not yet ready to sort of look behind me and go like, what's memorable about the things that I've done? Because I'm still doing it. And I plan to be doing it for the rest of my life. And I think about this in terms of my job too, when I'm asked about things that I'm proud of or like memories. I guess for me, it's more about building a body of work and building like action after action after action that I can be proud of later, if that makes sense.
You're talking about this is something that you want to do for the rest of your life. What do you hope to see come out of projects supporting queer issues?
Yeah, I would just like for there to be many, many more of them. And if only from like a storytelling perspective, I think it's deeply strange to be making fiction and then there's like an entire chunk of the population that's never in it. Like, that's really odd. That doesn't make any sense. And it's the same with any underrepresented and marginalized community of people when you look at entertainment, where it's like, well, it's just weird that like there's this whole group of people that's here and nobody's talking about them. Like, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
They're here.
My primary desire is variety.
Yeah, one word variety.
Now, Alison, I have a question for you, and Liv, listen in. Listen in. I don't know if you know this, Alison, but Canberra has its very own Pride Festival.
I did.
And it's coming up very soon. Every November, Canberra celebrates its largest LGBTQIA plus community event. It's Spring Out. Now, Liv, have you been to Spring Out? Would you come back for it?
I absolutely would. In a heartbeat, I would come back to Spring Out. It sounds amazing.
Have you been?
I don't think so, no.
Ooh, this is on the bucket list for sure. I went for the first time with my girlfriend. I had no idea what was happening. I had no idea what was going on. Canberra, November. That's our Pride Month. I know one year they were handing out free binders, which was really so
Let's
important.
go.
Hey, maybe they'll be bringing out free binders again this year at Spring Out. Liv, maybe we'll see you there in the future.
I love that it's November. My birthday's in November. It's a good month.
Hey, there you go.
A little like
Birthday
2-in-1
sale.
celebration.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
Well, this is a bit of a rogue question, but you've done a lot of cannibalism role.
Yes.
Two is crazy, actually. By
Two
the
is a
way.
lot. Well, out of all of your cast members, everyone that you've worked in your career, who do you think would be the most delicious?
What a wild question. And it's always so funny. I'm like, how earnestly can I answer that? I have no idea. I think I'd lose my mind. I think I'd lose my mind.
I think if I were to choose a friend or something, I'd be like, who smells the nicest?
So
Oh,
true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's got the nicest perfume
Yeah.
smell? I don't know if that's edible, but I mean, is it?
No,
human
isn't
or-
taste like 70% smell? So
Hey, there we go.
find someone who smells good and then
Yeah. So what are the top
Okay.
notes of that one?
I gotta stop wearing perfume.
Yeah, I'm coming
Don't
for you.
eat
Knife
me,
and fork
guys.
in hand.
That's AJ and Alison talking with Liv Hewson. I'm loving the interview so far, and I'm not the only one. Got a couple texts. 127. I love Liv Hewson. So cool to have them on the show. This is epic.
it was so epic.
So epic. They're so cool. Oh my
So
gosh.
cool.
And you're just talking about which of their co-stars would be the most
Tastiest.
delicious.
I mean,
Yeah.
naturally, that's the question that comes to mind, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have to know which one of us would be the most delicious. Which one of the hosts, guys?
If we were stranded on a boat, who are we eating first?
Ooh, fun question. Okay, well.
Okay, my answer, because I had a little sneak peek at the rundown earlier and I saw this and I was like, okay, I've got to think.
Oh,
I was
no.
thinking about like, this is such a random topic on radio. I'm so sorry, Alison.
I was thinking that I was the last person to get eaten.
No, but here's my thing. I feel like you eat like yum food, like Japanese food. So I feel like it's
Oh my god, that's
like
so
really
true.
good food. And so I feel like it's made its way into your person as who you are. Like the essence
I
of
love
Japanese
this,
food.
This like justification so much.
So Alison is the Wagyu beef.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you know what? I'll stand by that.
But I'd mourn the loss of you. Like,
Thank
I'd
you
mourn the
so
loss of
much.
everyone, to be fair.
Thank you
but
so
like,
much, Tia. I was not expecting that. I think I'd...
You thought you were final
Oh.
girl.
No, I was choosing between AJ or James.
Why?
Yeah, Alison.
What the
Why?
hell?
It's right, okay, James, just in size, you're the largest. So you would like last the longest.
Thanks.
There's so much. You've grown the most, you know? And grown not just as physically, but as a person.
What is happening?
Okay.
And AJ, you run with like bubble tea
Okay,
in a
what?
person. Like it's kind of a fun, like you'd be a snack. And I love a snack because I eat well, as we know from Tia, apparently.
Hey guys.
So
Welcome to the
yeah,
Real
who are you
Radio
eating,
Show.
James?
Oh wow.
my
I
gosh.
think I think maybe AJ because we're getting a consensus here. We have to overpower someone.
Exactly.
And AJ, you seem like you'd be the most okay with us because you're so nice. Like guys, it's fine. Just
No, but also
you can eat me.
AJ, you cook a lot. So once again, with Tia's theory, you're eating a lot of good food, a lot of like homemade food.
This is true.
Actually,
right?
wait. No, AJ's gonna taste like light and easy. Microwave meals.
Damn it, I was gonna quiz you guys on that. What was the type of I can't believe that
Yeah,
you
what was your
freaking
go-to
said-
light and easy?
Honestly, there was you actually want to know?
I want to know.
It was fisherman's pie.
Oh.
we're not
I'm
eating
not
AJ. I don't want fisherman's pie.
Oh my god. Since you guys want to know who I'd eat first,
Yeah.
all of you.
No.
I've been betrayed. No, because hey, Alison said I cook a lot, so guess who's making a delicious
You're gonna eat
meal?
yourself.
No, I'm gonna eat all of you guys. I'm gonna make the most delicious fisherman's pie. So there you go. Guys, we're gonna fight on my radio. Guys, next taste test. Next taste test.
Next taste test.
Well, I'm feeling pretty survival. No one said me, so I'm gonna be the one who gets to eat all
Tia's
three of you.
final
I'll give you the
girl.
final review of all three.
We-
Who
With
was
a
the
live
We
taste
actually
test.
all agreed to not say you, Tia, so that if this ever actually happens, you'll let your
You're
guard
the-
down.
Yes.
You'd never
best? You're gonna
suspect
stab me in the back, literally.
Right,
That's the way.
it. Yeah, yellow jacket style.
Well, there you go.
Everyone at home listening, let us know who in your life, which like famous person would you want to eat?
And which one of us would you choose? Let us know on the text line.
And I think-
0415 text in. We want to know.
And number 158 is texted in. I think it's perfect for the conversation we were talking about.
Oh.
Happy last show, Real Radio Show. You're an inspiration to all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Indeed, we are.
Indeed we
As we
are.
wrap up that conversation about who we turn to first for cannibalism. Great stuff.
All right, let's tame things down a little bit with Liv Hewson sharing some stories about their airtime as a Canberra local.
Let's switch up and go back to your roots. Canberra, we're here at the University of Canberra. It's been 11 years, I believe, since you were living in Canberra. So we want to put your memory to the test, take you on a little bit of a journey on your home city.
A little bit of flashback moment.
So get the nostalgia going. Number one, what was your go-to cafe or food place here?
Can I do this without doxing myself?
True. Hey.
So what I will say is that when I was a teenager and when I was first sort of getting into the swing of things, me and my friends would finish school and then would go be mole rats at the Woden bus interchange.
We got
Wow,
a
the
Woden
bus
person
interchange.
here.
Yeah,
We have a
and
South Sider.
we would get coffees and walk around and be nightmares.
Okay. I mean, that's like a rite of passage, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's me at like Balcony.
Yeah, we're Belco rats, I think. We're on the
Yeah.
opposite side. Now, Kingsley's is a big thing here. People go down to Canberra for Kingsley's. Are you
I
missing
miss
it?
Kingsley. I miss
You
Kingsley.
do?
I've
I
never
do.
been.
Yeah.
I love the ads though. They're like
Awesome
something
chips.
chicken, awesome chips.
Unbelievable chicken.
Unbelievable chicken.
Yeah, what was your order? What was your order at Kingsley's?
Chips and gravy. I love their gravy.
Yes. I've made a friend at the Kingsley's in Kippax. He gives me free chips. It's because he kept asking me if I wanted a job there, and I was like, thank you so much, Junior, but I'm good. Thank you so much.
I'm not available. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm just a busy actor. Like, please get off my case. Well, they say that Canberra's a boring city. What was your underrated activity to do?
Other than being a mole rat in
Yeah.
in
Other than being a mole rat. Well, is this an answer that is boring? I wasn't bored. I would go for really long walks a lot. And I actually always really appreciated how much like easily accessible, quiet green space Canberra has that's woven into this city, like everywhere.
Bush capital.
Yes, exactly. So I have a lot of quite formative memories of leaving the house by myself with like music in my ears and truly like all day sometimes, like walking, listening to music, getting to know where I was, being in the landscape, being a part of it and just being with myself, which, you know, I'm sure some people would hear me say that and go like, yeah, see, Canberra's boring, but that's not how it felt. It felt really peaceful and it felt like that. I'm like, this is me growing up. This is me doing it. Like here, part of this place.
That's what I'm saying. Only boring people get bored. We are not boring.
Yeah, exactly. Canberra has such amazing nature walks as well. Like Shepherd's Lookout is the one that I go to. That's
Nice.
that I haven't been to Mount Taylor yet, but I wanted to go and do that.
Gorgeous.
Now, again, you've lived in a few different places. Do you ever plan to come back here and live here for a little bit longer, or are you very set on?
Definitely. No.
Yeah?
I'll be back. Yeah, me and my partner talk about that all the time. Actually,
We'll
we're like,
see.
yeah, we'll end up here for sure.
Yeah, I think it's such a great place to settle.
It is.
Like,
It is.
it's so chill.
Big picture. I want to work back here more often. I would love to like balance working overseas and then coming back here and doing stuff. And I want to have an equal foothold as much as possible because I'm very greedy. And then long term, I would love to be back in Australia.
Australia's calling your name. We're waiting.
Already, we'll wave at you at the airport. We'll make a little sign. That's all we have for today. But thank you so much for chatting with us. This has been really cool.
So
Of
awesome.
course.
What should fans be on the lookout for?
On the Australian side of things, He Had It Coming is coming out pretty soon, I believe. And then next is season 4 of Yellow Jackets, and then I think I might have some other stuff to tell people about pretty soon. I'm looking forward to that, and thank you both so much for having me.
Of course. And we'll keep up to date for sure. Thank you so much,
Thank
Liv.
you,
You've been
Liv.
amazing. You've been amazing.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. You've heard it here first, guys. Oh my gosh.
English.
Liv Hewson wants a mole rat. A Woden mole rat.
rat to be specific.
That's a
Guys.
specific strain of rat.
Guys, what do you guys think? North side, south side? Which one's better?
I'm north side through and through.
Yeah, north
North
side.
side through and
North side.
through.
Yeah.
We're coming for you,
I
Liv. See you at the mall.
Does anyone else get a vibe when they go anywhere south side? It
Yes.
just feels,
Feels
so
wrong.
yeah.
It feels like a small town, like a somewhere separate, somewhere
Yeah.
far away and deserted.
Yeah, I've gone across the bridge. I'm like, what is this?
To go back to our like original discussion about the cakes, I get like a Coles and Woolies feeling. Like
Yeah.
north side is Coles, it's
Yeah.
all bright and nice
Yeah.
and clean, and
Yeah.
south side's all like
South side's
dirty
Woolies.
Woolworths.
That is
Small
crazy
rat.
that you guys say that. That is crazy because I'd flip it flip it and reverse it.
Oh, well, speaking of food and fun stuff, we have another text message from 127. I'd eat Io Adebri from The Bear, the chef. The
Hey,
chef from Bear.
we were saying we would want Io Debris to cook us.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the strategy.
We don't want to
there.
eat her. We want her to chef us off.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, what an awesome experience to be part of. And we had a great time to chat to Liv. Yeah, we had a great time chatting to Liv, and we are really getting the biggest names for our final show. Isn't that right, guys?
Absolutely.
Well, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for Yellow Jacket season 4 and the upcoming Stan original series. He had it coming very soon. I'm there.
We're there. We'll be sat and watching it. You know, we were talking about cannibalism. We're talking about tasty people still, but
And that was a tasty song.
we're still going on that theme.
We're still-
Another text message from 158. I would eat producer Rach in hopes to also get all of her film and radio skills.
Hey. Rachel's
She's
cowering in the corner.
been gone. I'm still the one surviving, guys. I'm feeling really good about this. Thanks, guys.
I'll have to send in my own text. Tier number one.
Your number one person you're gonna eat. But yeah, send us some. Wow, that was words. Keep sending us texts 0415 774405. We love interacting with you. Send us your name. We want to give you a shout out. We love people texting in.
We love you.
Yeah.
We love everyone listening. And of course, going back to Abby Butler, guys, I couldn't have a chat with her and not find out who UCFM is technically 1 degree of separation from because of the interview. Because you think about all the people Abby Butler has interviewed.
True.
Technically, then 1 degree of separation away
so
from big
true.
names. So, AJ, James, and Alison, if you could interview anyone in the world, who would you interview?
Oh, we got some
Alive?
big names.
We have-
yeah, alive or
Yeah.
dead?
Alive.
Or
Okay,
eaten cannibalism.
Not much of an interview if they're dead.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to think about it. You guys go first.
I also have to think about this. James saw you.
Oh, okay. Pressure for me to not say I want to think about it. And I'll just vamp until I can think of someone to interview.
And text in if you know who you'd want to interview to give these guys time to think.
Yeah, that's a
Really
great
like- yeah,
idea.
Who's like doing the most? Like,
But also, like, who would actually chat well? Like, I just want to have a
oh,
good
I want to talk to
time.
Chapel Roan.
That would
That'd
be
be
fun.
pretty
She'd
cool.
have so much tongue in cheek. I would love to talk to
That
her.
would be
And
fun.
has she been on Triple J yet?
Yeah. Abby
They-
Butler has interviewed her a couple times, so
There
we're
we
1 degree of
go.
separation from Chapel Roan.
Chapel Roan.
Technically.
Who
On a
has a-
technicality.
Who has a good voice, you know? Like, who
Many
would-
singers.
That's so, no, like, talking voice.
What?
James
Okay.
Earl Jones.
Who?
Darth Vader.
Isn't he
Mufasa
dead?
in The Lion King. Yeah.
I can't pick Darth Vader as my choice.
Who's the guy who
But I
plays
think-
God in every single movie?
Morgan
Oh,
Freeman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's talk to
Honestly, kind of
him.
fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I know. Keanu Reeves.
Ooh.
That's so true. I think I'll talk to Timothy Chalamet.
Hey.
Fair.
And make him talk in French to me.
Alison with the moves there. Well, Abby may not have interviewed all of those people.
As friends.
Sorry. But she's certainly racked up some incredible names. Let's see what she had to say. What has been your biggest pinch me moment in terms of the work you've done at Triple J?
Oh, I would say, I mean, having it's split between having Lord in studio and her just being like so down to earth and so normal and having to just go, well, in one sense you want to go like, this is the person who has soundtracked my entire teenagehood, but also then you're like, this is also a human being. Like those two things are, holding both those things. And also Florence as well, again, just someone who has, I credit as like the reason that I love music and the first artist that I really truly like deeply fell in love with. Talking to her was like truly so surreal, and I was just holding back tears the entire time. And I said to Tyro before we put the mics on, I was like, Ty, you're going to have to do the intro. You're going to have to do the first question, because I just need to like have a moment when she pops up on Zoom, which was also so crazy because the thought of Florence Welsh having like a computer for one, but Zoom was so wild. And up she popped, Florence on the name and this beautiful floral background. Yeah, he took the reins. Thank God. Another reason why I'm very grateful to do it with him. But both of those definitely pinch me moments.
And would you say that there's been a guest that surprised you in terms of what you thought they were going to be like versus how they were?
Oh, it happens all the time. It really does. Like you have this preconceived idea of whether it's based on their music or based on just their public demeanor. You have an idea of what they're going to be like. I will say, who surprised me the most? You know what? I was actually very I was very surprised at how much I love talking to young blood, because I hadn't really listened to a whole heap of his music very like deeply. I hadn't watched a whole lot of interviews, but I had this idea that he was this, you know, big, bold, very like brash, very confident, very extroverted person, which he is, but he was also very like introspective and very sensitive, and he was speaking about music with a real like respect that I was kind of taken aback by. And by the end of that interview, I was like, this guy I am on board with from here on out.
Yeah, that's I think that's one of those ones, because I've seen a couple of interviews with Youngblood and I've always gone, he seems so different, like just behind a microphone talking to someone, as then opposed to when he's on the stage giving it his all. It's like, where are these two different people almost coming from?
100%. Yeah, the reverence that he spoke with, particularly about music, and I remember he had this like Iggy Pop pair of like leather pants that he had bought at an auction, and he at one point like picked up his whole computer and was showing us around. Like, that's also just that I always love that kind of like down to earth nature in people when we interview them, because at the end of the day too, me and Ty are just people who like love music, and we don't have any ulterior motive. We don't want to gotcha anyone. Like we are just there to chat. So when people are really like on board with that, it's always a really good time.
Yeah. And is there a guest or a celebrity that you'd love to interview the most?
Oh, who's still on the I really think SZA would be incredible to interview, also because Tyrone is a big fan. I feel like I've had my share of like musical heroes that I've had the chance to interview. So I think SZA, Beyonce would be insane, but I also would love to do an interview with Amy Taylor from Almond the Sniffers, like a proper sit down. I think she's like really incredible. And also my current wish list all the way up there is Chapel Roan. We've interviewed her twice before, but that was before she really like had her blow up moment. And so if we were able to talk to her again, it would almost be like those Billie Eilish, like once a year.
Yep. Just ask her the same questions.
Yeah. Because I really do think she'd have very different answers. I mean, the first time we interviewed her was in studio. It was November 2023. She had just supported Olivia Rodrigo on tour.
Oh, wow.
And was in Australia for the first time. And so, yeah, I think she would have some really interesting takes on where her career has gone.
Hopefully with Laneway, you'll be able to get her in the studio. You'll be able to pull her in. Just be like, please, while you're here.
Please rubber us.
Yeah.
The bold us from Triple J. Yeah, my fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed for you as well. And I suppose just looking at the broader picture of media and radio, what do you think the future of media and radio in itself looks like?
That's such a good question. I honestly think it's so hard to say, because even the fact that radio is still such a prevalent, prominent medium, even with podcasts, like I think all these things can kind of exist amongst one another. I don't think podcast is going to completely wipe out radio in the way that people often speak about it, in this very like apocalyptic way. But I think that there is something so special about the way that music lovers connect with radio. There's something like really special about that, and I'm keen, even in my own craft, to like hone in on that aspect, looking to the future. One of my favorite parts of the job is when we get to do a first play and we get to play a song from an artist on the radio before it's landed on streaming services, before it's anywhere else, and fans in this really kind of like old-fashioned way will still sit at their radios or listen to the app, you know, on their phones, and text in, and we'll get them their first reactions. And the immediacy of that and the liveness of that is so unique to radio. And I think that people, you know, as like AI rot floods our algorithms, and, you know, there's a podcast for every sort of niche interest, there's something about radio and the curatorial nature of it where we're picking the songs, and, you know, we're hearing your requests and we're talking to you in a live sense that's really unique. And I think hopefully people still appreciate that in the future.
Yeah,
I'm hoping so.
Absolutely, fingers crossed. I think you're so right though. It is, people love hearing, it feels like radio is this big, like, this is how you know you've made it thing, if it's like your music's on the radio or you're on the radio. And I think no matter what happens with AI, it's still going to be held up as sort of like this pedestal of this place to get to in terms of music. And I think that's so lovely that this is still, as a world, we've gone, yeah, radio is still such an important thing for all of us.
Yeah, 100%. Even the way that people have spoken about, live TV or TV in the past, and you see recently, the girlies heading to the pub to all watch the Summer I Turned Pretty episodes together, or all of us watching the Matildas, during the World Cup on our TVs, like all together. Those moments of like all of us experiencing something together. I remember one of the biggest times that happened for us was the blue screen of death, when all the screens crashed like all over Australia, or Sydney or New South Wales, wherever it was, and all of our systems crashed in the studio, and they crashed at every other radio station as well. And some of them went to pre-recorded shows that they just hit play on, and other people didn't really know what to do. And we were like, okay, the radio isn't working in terms of our play out systems. We can't play things the way we could. The CD systems aren't even working, which is our usual backup. And so we were like, okay, what about the decks? What if we had just, started learning how to DJ? Very, very beginner level. But we were like, we can do that. And we wheeled in the decks and we just played whatever. We called it USB Fridays. And that like picked up so much. And we were, people were calling in going, oh, I just went through the drive-through and this thing wasn't working, but I was listening to this song. And like that sense of everyone going through something together at the same time, it's like, it can't be replicated in a lot of other forms. So that's why I hope that that's still an important thing for people.
Absolutely. Yeah. And speaking about moving forward as well, what advice would you give young people who want to work in this industry?
Oh, that's such a good question. I would say really, from a Triple J's perspective, really engage in Australian music, go to gigs, meet people. I am always really inspired by Anika Luna, who's the Home and host currently, and she is so tapped into Australian music. She is at every show. She, I think that like just at that grassroots level, it's really cool to be across what's happening, and also to meet other people who are at those gigs and who are in the scene. And then if you can, access community radio, it is truly the reason why I am here doing what I do, because without that I wouldn't have ever come close to touching a panel or a microphone or anything like that. I think if there's any part of you that is even remotely interested, like, don't overthink it too much. Don't think like, oh, am I cool enough to do this, or do I have something to say, or just give it a go. And if you love it, you never know what could happen, and if you don't, then you've given something a try. And have a crack doing things yourself as well, like buy a microphone and download GarageBand, download a rudimentary like production software, and just give things a go yourself. I honestly think if anyone is listening to this and they're listening to you and they're engaged with like your radio station, they are truly in the right place. And I would also say that if your dream is to be on radio, it isn't as far away and it isn't as untouchable as you may think it is, because I do remember really, really thinking that, and thinking that I should readjust my goals and make them more realistic. And I am very grateful to my past self that I didn't do that. Having those big dreams. I know it's so like, everyone says that's in a position where they're doing the thing that they love, to just believe and just dream and just do it. But there is an element to it where if you keep striving towards it, you never know where you might end up. So just give things a crack. For sure.
What has been your biggest pinch me moment in terms of the work you've done at Triple J? Oh, we're hearing it again. You're welcome, guys.
A bit more Abby Butler for everyone. Oh, well, that was Abby
Abby
Butler.
Butler, exactly. That was the end of my interview with her. It was super cool. Our final interview
what an
on the
awesome
show.
Experience. We've been getting some really amazing names.
We
big
really
names.
have.
We have had so many amazing interviews as well. So what a great show.
Even if people aren't big names, like that's the thing. We've had some really cool small names.
Exactly.
Like,
and
upcoming names.
And upcoming names.
Exactly.
So
Well,
Yes.
we are very quickly approaching the end of our first season at The Real Radio Show.
super sad.
Time.
Bittersweet.
Yeah.
We just took some photos. Stay tuned on the Instagram to see them at UCFM_87.8.
Wow.
But in the spirit of all of this, we have decided, James and I, to take, well, I mean, you guys can also join us, but we're going to take a big trip down memory lane. This is The Real Radio Show Throwback quiz.
I'm excited.
And
Yeah. If you are listening and you know the answer, keep score yourself and text in 0415 774405. See if you can beat AJ and Tia.
And
And-
special guest for our final ever episode, drumroll please.
I don't have one loaded.
This is producer Rach.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my god, we're hard launching producer. Welcome to the Real Radio Show,
Oh my
producer
God.
Rach.
It's so weird being on the mic.
I know.
Are you proud of
Every
us?
sound effect that has
Yes.
ever happened, every package that has ever been played.
Every
All at
song.
once.
Every mistake.
No.
It's all
But that's all producer
Rach.
Rach. Claps for producer
Alright.
Rach.
Yeah,
Yay for
clap.
producer
Yay,
Rach.
yay.
All right,
So
well, we're
she's,
gonna
she's joining us. We're teaming up.
we're starting off very strong with a very, very important question. What was the Real Radio Show's first ever Vox Pop question?
Don't even actually do this to me right now. Well, can we get like what was the show?
I can give you a hint.
Yeah.
Did I do it?
No, AJ and I did it. So
Oh.
AJ, you should know this.
Weren't you guys, wasn't it at Market Day?
Potentially.
And you were tasting, it was really weird dumplings. Come on, AJ.
Oh my god.
Was it like
Oh my
fish and
God.
chips?
fish and chip? Have you eaten a fish and chip dumpling? Oh, no. Rach, do you know what it is?
Oh, I do, but I can't say it because
Yeah,
I have
Rach
the
and
answer.
Oh,
James
no.
have a few
Yeah.
answers. Not all of them,
I don't
but
have all
some
of
of
them,
them.
yep.
Yeah. Well, let's have a listen,
yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Where do you store your tomato sauce? In the fridge or in the pantry?
Serious question. Where do you keep your tomato sauce, fridge or pantry?
All right, guys. I have a very big question for you. Where do you store your tomato sauce? In the fridge or in the pantry?
Where do you keep your tomato sauce, fridge or pantry?
Tomato sauce. You open it, you use it. Where do you put it after? In the fridge or in the pantry?
As you can see, AJ, you are really getting into it towards the
Tomato
end.
sauce. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that.
yeah.
By the way, I've moved out since the start of this show, and I do put my tomato sauce in the fridge.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a scream.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, James?
I was going to say, AJ, you were so passionate about it. How could you is this not on your mind 24/7?
I know. I also have tomato sauce and barbecue sauce in the fridge as we speak right now. So, guess so maybe I just lost the passion, but it's coming back. It's back. It's back.
All right, I'll take next question for you guys. Raiders commentator Chris Coleman joined us a few weeks ago to break down the Raiders' final losses. What radio station does Chris commentate for?
I have this in the bag.
I
Can I
no
go
idea.
for it?
No clue.
Rach, why don't you give it a go first?
What are the other radio stations? There's other radio
I'll give you a hint.
so
It's not
used to
UCF.
Yeah.
I don't know. 106? No idea.
AJ?
What's one of the community ones? I'm gonna also say 106. There you go.
I'm going to confidently say Mix 106.3.
You are all correct.
Yay! And a good
God.
sound effect by Rach there. All right, well, on the theme of food from before, this is a bit of a loaded question. It's no secret we're all foodies. We'd even eat each other in desperate times. Who knows? But if you didn't know this, then all you have to do is just listen back to our past segments, which I've been doing all of today. and
The pain in your voice. All of today.
well, because there's so much good food tasting that we've had on our show. It's very jealous listening
Yeah.
back. But I would like you guys to tell me, if you can, how many food-related segments have we done on the Real Radio Show?
Okay, let's count.
Yeah, and if you mention any, bit of a bonus point.
Okay.
If we
I'm
want.
going to join
If
in
you
this
can
one.
list any
I
of
haven't
them.
seen this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, number one, we did talk about the fact that I was eating light and easy. Does that count as a food-related segment?
No.
Okay, well,
These
Should
are
be.
specifically taste tests of food
Okay.
live on air.
Live on air.
Not live on air.
I was going to say one live on air,
well,
but
broadcasted live on air.
okay. We had the berry donut van.
bunny beans,
That's
where
right.
I went to. You guys tried those stupid ones in the
Frozen-
microwave.
Frozen toasties.
James's frozen.
But were they good?
You'll find out soon, AJ.
There was the Viral Food Festival.
True.
Didn't... Oh, I know. You just interviewed the Nudes and Blooms people. You didn't actually try
That wasn't
it.
food. I did almost clip that. I was thinking like that's noodle. Obviously
Okay,
it's food. It's
well,
not.
that's
There's the
four.
matcha package. Does matcha count as food?
But
I
we
did
didn't. We
count
didn't.
that.
We
That's
didn't
5.
even play it, did we?
We played it
We
last
played it
week.
last
Oh,
week,
did we?
AJ.
Okay, sorry guys. Wasn't
Yeah.
that?
Producer Rach, can you think of any others?
I don't think so.
You guys are missing 2 more.
Ooh.
One of them has been mentioned.
Oh, the Market Day food and fish and chips
Yeah.
dumplings.
Yeah. And the last one was done in episode 7 by AJ.
What did I do in episode 7?
What have you eaten? What else
I went to Bunny Beans. I went to.
Did you go to the markets? Did you
I
eat
did
anything
go
at
to
the
Hague
markets?
Park
You did.
Markets. Yes.
7 for
very
7.
good.
Well done.
7 out of
Yes.
7.
This is
Let's
great
have a
stuff.
listen to some of our favourite moments.
Now we got the 2 fried ones, and the fish and chips one, surprisingly, is an esteemed wrapper.
I'm really bewildered by this.
Our milkshake has arrived. It is quite large. I'm very excited. I'm going to give it a sip. Let's see what happens. It has a very good milkshake. It is very thick. It's got strong chocolatey flavors. I'd say it's a mix between a thick shake and a milkshake. Didn't know that was a thing. What's a mix between a milkshake and a thick shake? A slightly thick shake? Washing down the donut with the chocolate milkshake, great decision. This was a well thought thing on our behalf.
I'm looking at that place. It's called Grillax. It's across the road from here. It's got a Filipino flag on it. People at home, I am Filipino, so I've got a very high standard for Filipino food because my mum's pretty good at cooking. Guys, have you ever had a Filipino barbecue skewer?
I have not, unfortunately.
Ben, have you?
I actually invented them. No, I've never had one before.
And do you guys want to try some?
I think I will.
Yeah? All right. Let's go and buy one. All right, guys. We have ordered from the Filipino store. I have bought some things for my white friends here.
Let me grab a photo. Producer Rach will be really proud of me. I'm taking photos of everything. Oh, let's get some Russell action. You're so welcome. Okay, we're grabbing something. Nerd cluster. They're really weird texture. Okay, here we go. Nerd cluster taste test. Cheers. Oh. Oh. I don't like that.
Did yours stick to your teeth?
Not really.
No. All I can say is I'm glad I'm not going to the dentist tomorrow. They'd be like, what have you consumed in the past 24 hours? Oh, it's really hot.
It's a very pastry bread feeling at it and looking at it. It doesn't look like it's cooked all the way through, even though I did
James,
exactly
you
what
shouldn't
the
have
box
said
said.
that after I took a bite. You know what? It's not bad,
It's
but
not bad.
it's nowhere. It's not a toasty. Like, this is far from a toasty.
I mean, okay, if I didn't know that this was a frozen toasty, I would not be able to tell.
Can we try it? Let's try. Get a fork out. Why not? Feeling fancy. Probably best to pick it up with your hands, but I'll give it out. Ready? Go. Mmm. Yum.
Incredibly savory.
Incredibly savory.
They're good.
The manito flakes on the top give it that salty umami flavor. Bit of a crisp on there. What do you think, Ben?
Incredible. Although I'm afraid it's stacked so perfectly that I'm afraid it's like Jenga, that if I pull a fry out, everything's going to fall off.
That is a fear. That is definitely a fear.
Oh, some of our favourite food memories.
I could just taste them all again.
I know.
The sticky, stick into my mouth lollies.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't go back for them.
Speaking of stuff that we have tried, just a quick bonus one relating to food. Alison, me, Tia, and producer Rach ate a little snack after our second show on July 29th.
Second show?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was our
Really?
second
Wow.
show.
I feel like it was our third.
I wasn't
I
there.
think it was. I might no. I think it was our second.
Maybe I'm getting confused.
Well, regardless, you went somewhere.
We did.
Actually, no, it's pretty bad. Well,
What do you guys get?
yeah, well,
I
that's the
know.
question for you.
I know.
That's how the quiz works.
I do know. Do I answer?
Well,
Yeah.
James, do you know confidently?
And
I'm
also-
pretty confident.
Okay. Bonus though, what inspired us to get this sweet treat?
And I know the answer.
All right, AJ, take it away.
You guys got caramel slice at the coffee grounds because it's the only one that was open on campus, and it's
Correct.
because I went to Bunny Beans and I was eating the Shibuya toast.
Very good.
There you go. Is that what you would have said, James?
I knew it was caramel slice. I didn't have AJ's intimate knowledge of why.
Intimate knowledge.
You know, I'm just an influencer, guys. I just
Funny you remember that one so well, but your own vox pop of tomato sauce is gone.
fair enough. Yeah.
I'll keep us on the food-related stuff.
We really
with-
are foodies.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
With my next question, what is not a suggested way to cook the frozen toasty that we have?
Damn, I wish I was here, guys, because I would love to try it.
I'll give you the 4.
Okay,
So
multiple choice.
3 of these on the box. It says this is how you cook it. 1 of these does not.
Okay.
A, microwave. B, stovetop. C, oven. Or D, sandwich press.
They're all crazy.
I'm gonna say they didn't recommend a sandwich press because it's already cooked.
Ooh.
You just have to heat it up.
I'm gonna say they didn't say stovetop because that's kind of crazy.
I reckon oven. Oven. That's a bit of a weird thing to put in the oven.
I think the whole concept of the frozen.
Well, yeah, the whole thing was weird.
You're all wrong.
Oh,
no
what?
microwave.
What?
Don't microwave the frozen toasty. It's just gonna go all soggy.
soggy.
The stovetop, you fry it how you could use a
The
toasty.
oven will crisp it up.
And then a sandwich press. Well, it's a frozen sandwich. It's a sandwich. That's how you cook.
How did you cook it, James? Was it sandwich
I
press?
cooked a sandwich press
Okay,
here
nice.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Ew, a microwave. Ew, soggy.
Would have been more like a melt, like an open toasty melt.
Come on, chef. Final girl check. Come on.
All right. Next question, guys. We love a game on the Real Radio Show, as we are doing right now. What was our first ever game?
I think I know. Is it Taylor Swift or Candle?
Ding, ding,
my
ding.
gosh,
It was indeed.
Oh my gosh.
Taylor Swift or Candle.
Did we get?
So,
Did we?
Alison James, are you ready to play Taylor or Candle?
I'm ready.
As ready as I can be.
All right. There you go. Feeling confident already. We are going to get right into it if my questions load. Here we go. Christmas tree farm, Taylor or Candle?
Christmas tree farm.
I think this is going to be harder than I thought. But this is definitely.
This
could
is
be
not what
both.
I was expecting.
I wasn't going to give you guys shake it off, anti-hero. I had to put you to the test.
I'm sure there's a candle called "Shake It Off" though. You could have tricked us
I
there.
could
That's
have.
true.
Next
James,
week.
do you know if she has any Christmas songs?
I don't know, but because she's so popular, I haven't heard any of her music playing at Christmas. And I would have thought Swifties. I love Swifties, but would have found an excuse to play her all year round if they could.
True. I feel like Christmas Tree Farm gives me folklore and evermore
Oh, okay,
energy.
Alison.
Are we on the same wavelength,
Yeah,
James?
I can see what you're saying.
To an extent, I'm gonna say Taylor Swift lyric.
James, what is your final thought and feeling?
I'll go Candle. Just be different here.
All right, here's the answer. It is Taylor Swift.
I am Taylor Swift.
I am Taylor Swift.
I am Taylor
Swift. I've been bringing in the Taylor Swift from day one.
One of the questions
so
should have been how
welcome.
many Taylor Swift segments have we had on the show?
How many
AJ.
times has Tia brought up Taylor Swift?
You guys don't know what's coming, but we've got one more question before the break. What was the first song ever played on the Real Radio Show?
Whose pick was it? Can we
Can I
do we know?
disclose? It was indeed AJ's selection.
Guys, what is wrong with me?
AJ, you're sounding like you're running the show.
I know the last song we played on the first episode.
Was it a Taylor Swift song?
It was Dancing Queen, I think, because they just hit like 1 billion streams.
And we'll talk to Avalanche.
So
that's
true.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, but AJ, what was your song of the week? 14 weeks ago, don't you remember?
No.
It's only 3 or 4 months.
What was the artist? What was
the
the
artist was Shelley.
It was Cross Your Mind.
Yes.
This one's a little bit mean. Maybe not really. I'll see.
Mean.
Well, just how I've structured it. We've had a lot of people text in.
Ooh.
I'm singling out one texter who nicely, like some others don't, gave their name and the initial of their last name. Their name is Zoe, but what was the initial that they would text in with? Was it A, C, B, A, C, B, or D, Z?
Oh my gosh.
No, don't do this. Don't do this.
I was like, why is this what? Okay,
I don't know your fans well enough, clearly. James and I know.
Okay,
We love
wait.
all of
Repeat
you.
it one more time.
Okay, let me look in.
Is it A, C, B, A, C, B, or D, Z?
I'm gonna look in CB.
I'm going to do... Wait, whichever one with the letter C.
What is love?
So A, C,
Yeah, AC.
AC. Rach, what's your...
I'm going to go DZ.
D, Z. It is Zoe B. So the answer is C, B.
CB.
Oh.
Obviously, duh.
That's such a tongue twister.
Why would you do that to us? Good lord.
All right, guys. Well, throwing just back one more time to our first ever episode. Who was our first live in-studio guest?
Oh, which one came first? In studio.
Mm-hmm. They were sat right here.
Where
Where I'm
person.
sitting. I think
Yeah.
I know the answer. Do you know Tia?
Is it Reclink people?
Was it Recklink?
Is it Recklink?
Was
Who
it
were you
Recklink?
going to say?
I'm going to say Recklink.
Was it Recklink? Okay, well, I was going to say Abby Butler. Never mind. Maybe it's Recklink.
Abby Best, you mean?
Oh, Abby Best.
Wait, I think Abby Best was a pre-record or a phone.
No, she was in.
Oh.
But
Well,
she was second.
She was second in the order because Recklink Community Centre was the first one.
Good job, guys. And they were
So
awesome. They were awesome.
They were awesome.
And I think, AJ, you and I agreed to play in the Recklink Cup, and
I'm sorry it fell through.
yeah, our ankles were really sore.
Broken ankles, guys. But guess what?
Yeah.
Next time.
We're just going to break it up really quickly. We had a great text in. This listener said, "Hey guys, long-time listener, fifth-time texter. Just want to say you've all done a fantastic job with the show and I've really loved listening." And that was a mean question, James, from Zoe ABCD.
Thank you, Zoe.
Thank
I
you, Zoe.
agree.
We love you.
We love you for texting in. That
Thank
was
you,
a
Zoe
mean question.
ABCD.
Zoe BCD.
ACDC?
Hey!
Yes, thank you, Zoe there. All right, another question, James.
I'm going to steal this question straight from one of my favourite, and I think your favourite interviewers we've had, or interviewees, Dr. Brad Tucker.
Oh, what a king.
Nice.
He gave AJ and Alison a little question of his own. When he joined the show, he asked, which state in America is Pluto still considered a planet?
And I
Fun fact, I'll ask you a quiz to keep you on your toes.
Ooh.
Which 2 U.S. states is Pluto still a planet in?
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Brad.
that,
I know I said Utah, and that was a dumb idea.
Utah and Wyoming.
Yeah, why did I literally say that?
Did I say Wyoming?
No, AJ said
Oh,
Wyoming.
I can't even remember what I
Brad
said.
was impressed that you knew Wyoming.
Which is crazy. I only have to remember 50 states.
Let's go Florida.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, why do I remember? Sorry, Brad. Washington.
Washington.
It is New Mexico and Illinois.
Oh.
New Mexico has the observatory that
That's
Pluto was discovered,
right.
and the discoverer is from Illinois.
There you go.
Thank you, Brad, for giving us that beautiful information that
And
I didn't remember.
re-educating us.
Yes, now we know.
Educational
New Mexico,
podcast.
New Mexico and Illinois.
So if you're ever at Trivia Night, Trivia Tuesday, so if you're going to Trivia tonight and there's a question
Okay.
about that, I hope you know.
Shout out, Brad.
Shout out, Brad Tucker.
Well,
Oh.
go back to episode 6. James and AJ called in our expert Tia to break down the news surrounding what event?
Guys, can I answer?
Actually, at the Real Radio Show, we have our own resident Swiftie who we go to for any breaking Taylor news. Tia, thank you for joining us to break down this exciting bombshell that's been dropped.
Oh,
Well, that was
the introduction.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to answer?
Well, I would assume it's Travis and Taylor getting married. Wait, really?
Incorrect.
Okay.
Sorry.
Very wrong.
All right. What was it?
It was the countdown to an album release, but
Of
we
Life
not
of a
album,
Showgirl.
exactly an album announcement. We had nothing except for the name.
And now we
And the-
have Life of the Showgirl.
Exactly.
Oh, we have our resident Swiftie expert in the house with us.
I'm sitting here right here.
Thank
It was a great time, guys.
This next one is a little bit mean again, but
What is it with you bullying us on this show today?
it's not mean to you, AJ.
Okay,
it's
okay.
only mean to Tia.
I know exactly what this is.
Oh no.
Which Slam pro wrestler did Tia offend by getting their name wrong?
Guys, if you
This
guys
has
want a
haunted
visual,
me.
Fess up, Tia.
Tia
And
was
yes,
just
I
her
have
head on
the
the
clip.
table.
No,
Oh my gosh, I was sitting and doing my news, so I don't remember.
I do see it in my memory.
All right.
But the thing is, I have the two names and I can't remember which is the
Oh.
correct name. I'm going to say Bronson something. Bronson.
Bronson Boone.
I'll give you that. Vinnie Bronson.
That's what it was.
Do you remember what you
I
called
said
him?
Branson.
Yes, you did.
And let's have a listen.
For sure. And switching gears a little bit, what has Robbie Thorpe added to Branson United?
To who, sorry?
Bronson United. Sorry
Thank
about
you very
that.
much.
Sorry.
Yeah, so you should be sorry, right? I've come in here as a guest and be disrespected like that. That's disgraceful.
It's disgraceful. Oh my god.
Guys, I did not need to hear that again. I'd forgotten how bad it was.
Were you afraid?
I was afraid. I was sat at the end of the desk and this man just turned to me with his full Slam Pro body wrestling muscles on display. And I was very glad. Yeah. I was very glad I was sat behind James in that moment because I thought if this man jumps towards me, James is going to take the most of this.
And I led the rest of that interview.
He really did. I didn't speak again.
You know what? It was a growing opportunity, Tia. You've learned and you've blossomed since.
And you know, it's not Branson.
It's not Branson. It's Bronson United.
I have 2 more questions from my end.
All
We're
right.
moving into our music sessions. We've
Okay.
had a lot of musicians on the show. But who made real radio show history by being our first and only in-studio performance?
Ooh, I got it, gang.
I've got it.
First and only. Should we say it at the same time?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Growing older.
I thought it was older.
What is it with you getting names wrong?
Okay, my
Tia
bad.
lied.
Tia lied. I lied. Growing
All right,
older.
we'll have a little listen.
Did you see her post? A new boy proposed. Got a baby on the way, and they bought a boat. Are we too far gone? We were the funny ones. Now we're smoking and we're hoping it don't reach our lungs. What a funny day.
All right, do you want to do... That's a bit of behind-the-scenes chat. James.
This is my last question, sticking with the music theme. In episode 10, we talked about Mr. Fantasy.
What episode are we in now? I'm so out
We're
of
in
sync.
14.
Okay.
This is 15.
A little timeline.
Oh, this
for
is
everyone.
15.
This is 15.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
so true.
The viral TikToker, aka AJ Appa. Mr.
AJ?
AJ.
It's me, guys.
We
Mr.
didn't really know then. It could still be you, AJ.
It's me.
But a new single is coming out.
What? Wait,
Yeah,
actually?
on Friday.
Are you
What?
serious?
Yeah.
Exclusive.
This is news to me.
You're hearing it here first.
To me.
I only saw it because I went on Spotify to get the answer to my question here, which is how many Spotify streams has the first song Mr. Fantasy
Ooh,
got?
Can we get like a
get a ballpark?
100,000 leeway?
That's a bit rich, guys.
Really? Not even 100,000? 50,000. Can we go into 50,000 leeway?
I'm going to say...
It's in the millions. Plus.
I don't know the answer, so don't listen to
It's
me.
in okay. It's in the 4 millions.
4.7 million.
Right?
I'm going to say 4.2.
That's what I was going to say. I'll go 4.1 then.
It's 4.4 million.
Ooh.
But
Wow.
if someone said 4.5, I would have rounded up because it's only about 1,000 streams away.
So
Wow.
Rach, you took that one home, I think.
Oh, I'll give myself a ding.
Yay. Damn.
Alright.
Good song, by the way.
And our final question on the Real Radio Show. How many musicians/bands have we had on our show? And please list all of them.
Okay.
I'm helping out on this one as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
James
You know what?
I
has
haven't
not
seen
seen
the
this.
list.
Okay,
here
let's
we
go
go.
from the beginning. I know we had non-binary code come in. That's one.
Jet Blyton.
Jet Blyton.
Not
Not-
Jeff Blyton.
Yeah, what did you write, Alison?
That's right, Jeff.
Jeff, my friend Jeff.
Oh my gosh. We
Izzy
had,
Capo.
Ooh, Michaela.
Yes.
We had Growing Older.
Platonic Sex.
Platonic
Yes,
Sex.
episode 11, both of them.
Ooh.
Lily B.
Yeah,
Lily
that's
B.
right.
Saint Sinner.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So that's 2 more. Is that
Wait,
right?
That's 8. We have 8.
Ooh.
How many?
You're missing a few.
Annie Hamilton.
Annie
we
Hamilton.
did. We did have.
Right.
Annie. Thank you, Annie Hamilton.
Avalanche.
What does Avalanche?
Oh, I didn't count Avalanche, but they're a notable mention. So
Avalanche.
good job,
Okay.
James.
You also does
There's a couple
pub
more.
choir.
That was a special shout out. I didn't
Okay.
include it, but it is musically associated, as well as Mixtape Chorus.
Yes.
Who were also from a few while ago.
Yes.
What other
But
musicians?
there's 2 more that I believe you're missing. Actually, potentially 3.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
This is more than 10.
That's crazy. We love music, I guess.
We love
Good
music.
Lord.
Oh, Arithmequine. They were on recently.
Yeah. Yes. Episode 13.
God, that was 2 weeks ago. How did I forget that one?
There was one all the way back in episode 4 who I know Tia talked to. Oh. And I think he's more of a
Illy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Illy.
You talked to Illy?
Yeah.
Why don't I remember this? Oh my god, guys, I've got bad memory. I need to listen back to our episodes.
And
Oh, good
there's-
lord.
I don't know if you said one of these people, but they were recently in Italy.
Izzy Capo.
Izzy Capo.
Yeah,
We've done
we've
Izzy Capo.
mentioned him.
Oh, great job, everyone.
Yeah.
We got all of them. Great job. But I will say a big shout out to the person in episode 9 who sang Moonbeam Ice Cream.
Many people sang Moonbeam Ice Cream.
Moonbeam ice cream.
Ice cream. That was a crazy.
They're our
crazy
best
vote.
musical talent, I reckon.
Oh
I
my
think that was my
gosh.
friend Lucy. She was the final Moonbeam Ice Cream, and she really put her whole Moonbeam Ice Cream into it. What a queen!
And we loved it.
Oh
Loved
my
it. Well,
goodness, amazing.
those
That was
are
a
our
fun little
questions.
throwback. I feel like we've done so many things that I'd forgotten about.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
I know. And look at
Wow.
us now, all grown up.
Oh, such a big
up.
season, guys, full of love and
Graduating
light.
from the show.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have for this week and for this year, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you've enjoyed listening to The Real Radio Show as much as we've enjoyed hosting it.
Yeah.
A big thank you to our guests for this week, Liv Hewson and Abby Butler.
And a big thank you to our guests from all the other weeks
Mm-hmm.
for making it a fantastic show. I enjoyed every single interview
Me too.
that we did.
Me too.
Exactly.
Guys, I'm
And
getting
a
emotional.
big thank you to everyone in the studio today.
Yeah. Congrats to
Everyone.
us.
Big
Thank you,
thanks to
Producer
Ray.
Ray.
Producer Ray.
Really,
And thank you guys
Oh!
for hosting the first season of The Real Radio Show.
Started a legacy.
Guys, a tear has been shed.
And of course, we can't forget to thank you listening. The
yes.
show wouldn't be anything if no one was listening.
I
So
know.
thank you, wherever you are, whoever you are, for tuning in to The Real Radio Show and for tuning in to UCFM.
Absolutely. Shout out Bernardo from Grace.
Yes.
There was no
Loyal
point
listener.
doing a quiz question of who the number one fan is.
Yeah, I was
We
thinking
all
that
know
was
it's Bernardo.
obviously.
Come on, Bernie B.
Well, if you are devastated at the news that this is the end of The Real Radio Show, fear not, because it's just the end of our reign as The Real Radio Show hosts.
Which is just as sad, though.
It is.
Be sad,
I'm
guys.
trying to be optimistic here. The Real Radio Show will be back again next year with a brand new set of hosts. We're very excited.
Exactly.
But to stay up to date, make sure to check out our socials at UCFM_87.8. You can find all of our past episodes of this show and all the other UCFM shows on our website, ucfm.com.au. Or you can listen to the podcast version wherever you get your podcasts.
Guys, are you ready? Should we say it?
Here we go.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
This has been The Real Radio Show.
Bye.
Bye.